So are you a little nosy Nelly that likes to take a peek inside maybe someone's master closet, maybe master bathroom? You just kind of want to see how they live, maybe the choices they have made, because maybe you need some new ideas. Hi, I'm Amy Freeze, and I'm the founder of The Empty Nexter. And if you've been following me along for any time, you have probably picked up on the fact that my husband and I have been undergoing home renovation for the past year and a half. And I am here today to say happily that I have something to show you. You are invited to take a sneak peek at 2 rooms that are completed. And yep, that is our master bathroom and our master closet. So what do you say? You want to take a peek? You are invited. So let's go. So welcome to my master bathroom. I'm very, very pleased on how this turned out. And crazily, I selected this porcelain marble tile slab, actually. There's quite a few slabs there. I selected that probably over a year and a half ago. And I was just praying that I was still gonna love it. And thankfully, I do. And so does my husband. But we just carried it along the L back wall. And I also did the curb of the shower to just kind of break that up from the herringbone tile. I wanted the floor to kind of be seamless to our bedroom floor and not be a distinct contrast of colors. And this was about as close as I could get to our floor in our bedroom that is right off our master bath. And just kind of keeping it very easy. I wanted kind of a spa-like feel walking in, not too many distractions except for the bath area and shower area. I've yet to find a rug, and believe me, I have made a few selections that are just not working. I don't want to put a lot of color on the floor again to, have your eye going in numerous different directions, but I want to show you inside the shower because it's quite fun. So as you can see, the shower is enclosed with glass walls. We've never had that before. We had a tiny shower before and it was really dark. So we added this window here, and because we are still undergoing renovation, it does have a plastic film over that window on the exterior, but when that is removed, you'll be able to see the trees on the outside. So it's kind of bringing the outside to the inside. But something I really wanted in this shower were a place for everything. I'll take you inside to get an up close and personal look. I wanted this to be very neat, just as you expect when you go into an actual spa. Everything is like all nicely labeled, etc., etc. So I found these bottles. I did not want individual shampoo bottles, body wash, what have you, with all the different brands. So I found these white bottles with the little gold sleeve for me and the little black pump for my husband, so we, didn't get confused and start using each other's shampoo. And just kept it really clean. They came, with labels that you could choose and select according to what your needs were. I also found these little black hooks on Amazon for, the razor. And also these little soap dishes that these little soap dishes that allow the, the water and the soap to drain very nicely. So those are some kind of fun finds. I got a white one for me and a black one for my hubby. And we got all the accoutrements, which I'm very excited about. Got body sprays, your handheld, just your regular wall mount. And then my husband wanted the rainfall overhead. And I love how all of these are all the knobs are on one panel, very streamlined. And I'll give you a little, see how that works? And if I want to do the jets, there we go too. So we can just get all nice and clean fresh. I initially wanted a bench in here, but maybe if you have undergone a renovation, you know that you have to make compromises, and I had to compromise. My husband decided he did not want a bench. He felt like it would intrude on his space. So we compromised, and I just got a little black stool to kind of fill up that space. It's funny how my husband, and maybe your partner, your spouse, all the things kind of perk up with their comments, and you're like, wait, I didn't even know you cared about that. But he did not want me putting a table in that corner. Now, I always like to have a table by my bathtub. I've never had a soaker tub. Before this was placed, we had the old beautiful garden tub that I had to step into. It was actually quite dangerous. I was like, this is not good. But he did not want that space to be covered. So I found this little glass table that does not detract or cover up his stone wall that he ended up just loving. I think I got his blessing on it, but I pretty much chose it initially. And then the little towel I have from a trip. And so that's just kind of a fun piece, and the colors worked. This is not, in my opinion, that attractive. In fact, I probably should have moved it. But we have to be practical in our homes as well. And you need a doggone headrest, or at least I do when I am taking a bath, so I don't slip and slide. And this, I always like candles and music during my bathtub. And this one actually is a candle, a taper candle that is by remote. So in case, I forget to blow it out or anything, that is a really nice option to consider, getting a remote. And I want to point out this fun feature. These are medicine cabinets that light up to the touch, go away, and then also to the touch, you have got more storage, shelving, a little handy dandy makeup mirror with a magnifier, which is much needed, at least for me in my midlife. But it just has an outlet for your dryer, your whatever, and also a USB outlet. So that is quite handy, and I think that was a really great touch to just, again, clear up storage. And something that I also absolutely have got to show you that I love, that maybe you can consider if you are doing a renovation or project, is a utensil, hair accessory utensil cubby. When I was working and going through so many people's clients' homes, I would get to see all their fun things that they would show me. And I remember in one particular home, the gal showed me her little cubby, and I put that little note in my journal, my mind, and said, one day I want that. So the hair dryer goes in there, my hairbrushes, flat iron, and then all of my hair magic lotions and potions. And then it has an outlet in there, so it's all neat and tidy. Because of all the movement and action going on with my stone feature wall, I chose to kind of keep things a little bit more simplistic when it came to my cabinetry. A little more streamlined, modern, and I just picked up the darkest color from the stone. That is my husband's side. And I love the pendants. Again, that kind of smoky color. The paint color on the cabinetry is iron ore. I am using iron ore so much. I'd used it prior to the renovation, and I'm using it a lot during this renovation. It's just a color that can ground. It's not too black. It's just a deeper, darker gray, and it kind of just lets everything else kind of be the star. And this just kind of, like I said, grounds it. And I added a little personal touch. This is a picture of my husband, me and my husband's hands, and our 3 children's hands. I just love that. I used to have it displayed out in more of a open area in our home, but I thought, you know, this I think works nicely. Again, not creating too much, you know, causing your eye to go too many places, but letting it just kind of blend in and just be more complementary than contrasting to what else is going on. And of course, just some Mentos. This was given to me by my husband's grandmother. I just love this piece. I usually put flowers in it, but we are not quite there yet in the renovation. And then of course, a little memory of when I was a young mom with 3 young kids. Sometimes we forget that we actually did all of that. So I need a constant reminder. So that is my master bathroom. I hope that you like it. I hope that you maybe can pull out a few ideas for you in your, I don't have any hand towels out that are on display. Again, keeping it very, very simplistic. So my husband's hand towel is over here. Another little Amazon find little hook. Same one that I used for our razors, and it's got adhesive. So it just keeps it all out, and I keep mine behind my cabinet door. So that's it. How about moving on to the master closet? Here we go. You guessed it, my side, and then my husband's. And thankfully when we did this did not require taking down walls, adding walls. We hired a company called California Closets. It was a gal that I had met while working in my design business, and I told her one day when my husband and I are ready to do our closets, I'm calling you. So I did, and she knocked it out of the park. We moved our laundry washer and dryer into the closet, again away from the main space. It's just so doggone convenient. And it was just a closet prior that really wasn't of great use, form and function. So this is really been really wonderful. And this is my husband's side. Yeah, he doesn't have as many clothes, so I utilize his shelves for other things. And we did have an organizing company come in. Now, I like to organize, but boy, was that helpful. Got our little labeled boxes of just, things. So we don't have to think too hard when we're looking for stuff. Kind of crazy, right? I love this. I found this on Wayfair quite a few years ago for towels, robes, what have you. And because I have shelves that are so high and cabinets, I am in need of a ladder. So I love that little thing, not too heavy. But I'm gonna go ahead and show you some fun, I don't know, maybe some ideas for you to think about. So I love this little jewelry organizer. I mean, come on. This is something that California Closets offers. I love the little dividers for for socks. Another one. They just kind of go on. And I love this little kind of cubby area because I am kind of a sucker for mementos and sentimental pieces. This is a piece that if you watched my bucket list for retirement getaways, I spoke about going to Paris with my daughter after she graduated from college, and this was a piece that I just fell in love. Just a little vintage jewelry box. It's pretty much a whatnot box. And this is just where I keep all, as you can see, things that I need and things that I love. And so that includes my family, of course, just the pieces and little special things that I like. I used to have some of that displayed out in my bathroom, but I'm just keeping that clear. I love this piece too for organizing necklaces, a few scarves, and of course, you know, I gotta doll it up a little bit. And then the hat wall. I have a background in the fashion industry before I had children, and so I feel like this is just my little boutique. And I'm a sucker for color coordinating and organizing. And I love this little feature. It's a little wardrobe rod that allows you to take off a piece that maybe you're thinking about wearing. Putting your outfit together, checking it out before you put it on. So I love that. And then it just slides away when you're done. And then check this out. It is a belt organizer. Slides out when you need it, slides back when you don't. Various hooks. So basically, a place for everything. Helps kind of just remove that chaos, or you can just put your pieces back. Now that to me is so important. It's gotten a little helter-skelter, but for the most part, it is organized. And for my husband, he is a work in progress. I do have to come in and kind of, you know, get him pulled back together. But for the most part, this has really kept him, boy, a lot neater and a lot tidier than I can ever remember. And we have been married 36 years. So he's got all his little things and pieces to keep him on track. And that is my master closet. I hope you enjoyed my sneak peek of my completed master bathroom and master closet. I think that is worthy of celebrating and sharing with you. And hopefully you gathered a few ideas or just kind of liked peering into someone else's bathroom and closet. I sure hope that you'll come back for more retirement content, whether it's talking about the struggle or the celebration of retirement, and also just a fun few ideas that I've got up my sleeve with, whether it's renovation and just the things that us women love. So please give me the biggest compliment by subscribing, by sharing, and by liking, so I can continue to deliver content that you are interested in, my retired friend. Until next time, have a blessed day.